one overall recruit, that defensive tackle,
Yeah, I saw that bull crap.
big time.
He's supposed to come to Miami. He's supposed to come to Miami. I don't know what's wrong with that guy. LSU. I ain't gonna lie though. LSU got a crazy legacy in football.
Yep.
It's not better than Miami's, in my opinion, though. It's not better than Miami. Miami has an insane football reputation.
What is going on?
Joe.
What is up?
Nah, we weren't talking at all, bro.
What happened?
I said we weren't talking at all.
Man, talking about a bunch of nonsense. I didn't hear y'all mention the Cowboys for one time only, and that was when y'all came into agreement that they're going to win the Super Bowl this coming season. This coming season.
If by win the Super Bowl you mean start 0-1.
They're going to win. You just wait. They're going to pick up, watch this. They're going to pick up Barry Sanders, Deion Sanders, and Troy Aikman, and them old butts are going to win. All of them.
You're crazy.
It's like that commercial they did where they all come out of retirement. That's true. They're going to do it.
They're going to do it.
Oh, remember the Deion Sanders commercials where he kept coming out like a different person?
Yeah. 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 I think he heard something on the radio that said like tryouts or something like that. And he was like,
yeah.
He started thinking, could I do this? And they were like, wow, that dude is bad. Who is that? He gives some funky name.
Like Thomas Sanders or something like that.
It was a funky name, man. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Can't remember who
Anyways,
it was.
I'm about to get off the live. I'm about to go inside my house. I'm on this live, and my wife knows I'm about to be gone for 4 days in Texas. She can kill me. So.
She's like, you're about to go over there. You ain't got to be live today.
Exactly. I'm glad you know exactly what she's thinking. Anyways, I'll see y'all tomorrow.
God bless.
All right. So we are going to continue Mini Mentors. If you didn't get to see Mini Mentors 1, well, I don't know why you missed it. So Mini Mentors 2 today. And yesterday we talked about Proverbs 25:16. We talked about not provoking your children to anger. Well, actually, no, we talked about Ephesians 6:1-6, I think, which actually says quite a few things. And then today, we're going to go to, let's see, somebody find the verse, spare the rod, hate the child. Somebody find that verse. We're going to go there. Keep it down. I'm trying to sleep. Wake up. Everybody's like, bro, why you do it so live? Why you do it so late? We all got to go not. Well, Dre's not here. Somebody bring Dre back up, man. Somebody hit Dre up. Tell him he's got to come back for 2 minutes. I just remembered something. Somebody make that happen, Captain. Ugh. Or is he in here? I don't know if he's in here or not. Dre, you still in here? Oh, he might still be in here. Give me a thumbs up if you're still in here, man. Trying to make sure. Breezy, what's up?
What's going on?
Man, you ready to come on down or what?
Yeah, I just got everything finally packed. So
Breezy's like, I got 12 bags. Hey, one bag for each tribe.
Right. Let me send Dre a text real quick.
Send him a text and tell him that he got to come up for 60 more seconds. Tell him to make it quick.
Ooh, another one is, I mean, I don't think this is the exact same verse drop, but we can also do um, Proverbs 23:13 and 22:15.
Well, read one of them for God's sakes.
Proverbs 22:15. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him.
Oh, you're talking about more rods? Yeah. Yeah,
Well, it's also child too.
Yeah, no, I know, but you're referring to the rod though. You're taking it to the rod.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to go to all the rods. We don't have to
Withhold
go.
not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not unalive.
That's right. Jesus is the rod. He corrects us all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say it whether he comes back or not. So today, we got the water level pretty much where it needs to be. I kept it about an inch or two beloved. I kept it an inch or two below, like like where you're supposed to put it, kinda, on purpose, just to no fancy reason. But I kept it about an inch or two below that. So today I put conditioner in it. So we're going to go with chlorine with this pump. So we're going to use chlorine with this pump. And when I go buy the bigger pump, I might go to salt water. I've been studying both of them. And they both actually require some maintenance, though, Christian, to be honest.
I didn't say it requires no maintenance, but it is far less.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, and it depends on your water. So like I'm not kidding. You can ask my wife. We took our water and I knew our water was awesome. I knew just by tasting it. I've tasted a lot of waters. We took our water up there to test it and that dude goes, "Man, y'all's water is perfect." He's like, "Do y'all kind of smell chlorine like a little bit when like right now if you go to your pool?" I go, "Oh yeah, I can smell it just a little bit. I can smell it." He's like, "Dude, it's good to drink. It's good for a pool." He's like, "Man, that thing's perfect." He goes, "The only thing y'all are going to have to put in there is conditioner." I said, "What the heck is that?" He goes, "Well," he said, "it stops the sun from baking your chlorine out as fast." And I said, "Well, how much is a bottle of that?" And he was like, "Oh, $50. I was like, $50? I was like, "God, dog." I was like, "I might as well just, what's the point of me buying? These are like two different tablets. One tablet for chlorine, one tablet to fight the chlorine hater."
That's what I'm telling you. You need to go saltwater.
No, I know, but I studied saltwater too, goober. What I'm saying, I studied it too, and it's kind of the same. Again, your water matters. Your water. If you got bad water, then it don't matter if you're putting salt water in there. You still got to do a bunch of crap to it. I don't remember what the guy was telling. I was asking him, "What about?" He was like, "Well, it might be less maintenance." He goes, "But if you got bad water," he said, "it ain't going to be." So all you got to do, man, Christian, all you got to do is just take some of your tap water to a freaking pool place and tell them to test it for you. They'll let you know if it'll be cheaper or not. I mean, if you're going to do salt.
Yeah, Jennifer, it's not just you. Try it. You're lagging.
Oh, I am? On what? YouTube or TikTok?
Yeah, you had it. I know on TikTok, you had a big old lag. You were slow-mo. You were freezing. 10-second behind. Got your chips. Awesome.
All right. That should be better.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna switch our pool to salt.
Yeah. Switch it over. Let me know what you think.
100%.
Yeah. So basically, I'm finding out there is a lot of people, they do not want to mess with above ground pools, bro. Like they don't.
Never.
They don't want. So it's kind of like buying a piece of equipment like a skid steer, for instance, because China makes skid steers. All right. And I was telling y'all about a guy that I know that has one, and he said, "Man, just come over here and play with it, bro. Like, you'll see what I'm saying if you like it or not." Well, the thing I don't like about it is it doesn't come with a coolant system, bro. How's that make any sense? How's that make any sense? How are you going to have, bro? First of all, skid steer are heavy pieces of equipment that pick up a lot of weight, which means they're going to get even more heavier. I mean, heavier. They're going to get even more hot. And you don't have a coolant system. I was like, bro, what? That make no sense. But again, that sucker was like, I think he paid 15 grand for this thing. Like, and it's a little bit smaller than mine. And I think he paid 3 or 4 grand to have a coolant system installed. So he paid 20 grand, which is basically half. But you got to go out of your way and find someone that knows how to put a coolant system in there. Anyway, the thing I was getting at, I know we're kind of just getting all over the places. So I put the conditioner in there, waited about 2 hours, and then I put the shock in there. And so tomorrow, early in the afternoon, probably about 10 in the morning, somewhere between 10 and noon is when I'll put some couple of chlorine tablets in the little floaty thing, like just to keep it. But basically the pool is, let's see, the pool will be ready at 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10 o'clock tonight, the pool will be ready to swim in, which means, imagine that, bro. The pool literally got ready literally the night before you guys got here, before you guys come. Yeah, Jay.
That's perfect. Yeah, I got me a pair. Thinking about putting 2 pairs of swim trunks in there.
Go ahead. Y'all can swim in as much as y'all want. Shoot. That's what I put that sucker up there for. And I know my brother's kids are going to come over. So whenever all of us, tall children, whenever the tall children done playing in the water, then all the little kids will get in there, and I'm sure there's going to be water all over the freaking place.
I had no idea you could use salt water.
Yeah, matter of fact, I didn't really know that was a thing till about maybe 5 years ago, maybe something like that. Like, I heard somebody say it. I don't know if I didn't think they were serious or if I just wasn't paying attention. But I remember now when I look back, I remember some of my buddies talking about using salt water. And I don't know why, but for some reason, people still want to do chlorine. And I don't know why. After I did all the studies, I don't know why. I think it's like, and I know this is going to sound dumb, but I think it's like if you do chlorine, you look richer or maybe smell richer. I don't know. I don't know the reason. I don't know the reason for it. Like if you do salt water, it's like, it's the poor man's pool. That's what it looks like to me, man. I'm not saying that's the reasoning, but
well, they can keep the rich man's pool because I ain't paying for all this.
Yeah, no, again, right. I'm not saying that's what it is, but there's 2 people that I know. One of them doesn't even live far from me, and they just changed over their saltwater system to chlorine. They had saltwater for a long time, and she told me that she thinks the reason, that her significant other, I'm guessing, kind of pushed to get chlorine is because there's a piece of equipment that's for saltwater, and it broke, and they said it was real expensive. I don't know what they're talking about. So I don't know. I don't know.
Only difference that I know of is there's just a hopper, and a hopper ain't that expensive.
Yeah, well, there's got to be. Maybe is there a filter system, like a pump filter system that's like specifically for saltwater?
I mean, they're pretty much made for both, I think. I mean, there might be some that aren't made for saltwater at all, for sure.
You know what I mean?
And it's like, well, yeah.
Like think about it. Think about it. If the pump, is worth $1,000 or $2,000, and it's specifically for saltwater, and someone tells you you can get a chlorine one for $500. I mean, I'm not saying, just saying like you're going to save $1,500, but then again, you're going to spend another $500 on all the chlorine. So I'm not really sure. I don't know. But enough of that. All right, let's get into mini mentors. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, so yesterday we went over a few verses. Today we're going to go over some more. And again, it is possible that we do a mini mentors 3. It just depends on where it goes today. So if you know of someone that that has kids like ages 0 to 10, this is kind of like where we're at. It doesn't mean we can't hop around and get to everything else, but we're kind of dealing with like 0 to 10 right now. That's kind of like what we're doing. Just some tips from the Bible that it would behoove you if you listen to it, right? Man.
Proverbs 13:24.
No, we're going to, is that the spare the rod? Is it 13?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, go ahead. Read that bad boy.
Is he that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betimes.
Chastising him what?
Betimes.
B-times.
Yeah, BETIMES. Betimes.
Oh,
It's a KJV, man.
yeah.
That's Proverbs 13. What was the address?
13:24. He who withholds the rod of discipline hates his son, but he who loves him disciplines and trains him diligently and appropriately with wisdom and love in the Amplified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It says with wisdom and love. What kind of wisdom
Yes.
and love is this?
God's wisdom and
God's
God's
wisdom,
love.
God's love. Who is Christ? Because Christ is God. Jesus is God. So spare the rod is literally saying not to disciple your child. That's what it's pointing at. If you spare the rod, Christ is the rod, then you hate your child. Now, physically, okay, it's not wrong to say that you need to correct your child. That's not wrong. But deeper, when you understand that Jesus is the rod, then you will 100% understand why the rod, that word specifically, is being used right here. You'll understand, right? But when people do not...
That word,
Huh?
that word, but times in the Hebrew means to seek early or earnestly, look early or diligently for.
Yeah.
You got that verse. He is a rewarder to those who diligently seek him.
Yeah, and it's also talking about like, as soon as possible. Like you need to start teaching your kid this like ASAP. Like you need to 100% start trying to get your kid to understand that there are consequences.
What up?
Dre, you here?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, so the pool, my friend, got ready today at approximately 7:00 p.m. about 2 hours ago.
Oh, that's great.
Have
you jumped in yet?
No, I'm going to wait for the missus to get home. And let me just say this. You have to wait 2 to 4 hours after you shock it. And so 10 o'clock will be that time. So if we come out, all burnt up and there was no sun, we'll know it's the chlorine and we'll tell y'all to wait another few hours. Come off with my skin.
If we come out with our skin on fire.
Yeah, skin on fire. Be like, hey, bro, y'all need to wait another about 2-3 hours, okay? Hey, so but I wanted to let you know that the pool is ready. Guys, we had 2 crews fail to get this pool ready. 2. It took the 3rd crew. Dre, I'm not kidding you. It took them less than 10 hours to get the whole pool done.
Wow.
Hey, in 10 days, me and Mackenzie was putting water in it. These boys, in 10 hours, they're like, hey, is your water pressure good? I was like, actually, yeah, it is pretty good. He's like, oh, okay, you only got one? I said, nope, there's one in the back, too. Put that sucker in there. And you know what's crazy? This guy, and Dre, I know you can't be up long, but this guy, on the back of his pickup, it said, we deal with fiberglass or something. And so, you know, he's messing with the pump or whatever. And I said, hey, what kind of fiberglass work you do? He goes, pools. I said, pools? He's like, yeah. I said, well, what do you mean? So his son works with him. He said, hey, go get him a brochure. Man, I get this thing. I'm like, bro, what the heck? Bro, the pool industry has exploded. Like, I ain't never seen anything.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, this guy sells, and he said they're not like, and he named a certain brand. He said they're not like that. They're twice as thick as that, if not 3 times. He says you can make it an above ground pool. He said you can make it all the way in the ground pool, halfway. It doesn't matter. He said after you stick it in the ground, you can fill it up with dirt and put concrete all the way around it. He goes, it ain't going to crack, bust, bend. He says that the area that he lives, he'll take a trip. Somebody want to buy one of his pools, and he has to take a trip and stay out there 2 or 3 days, because it's really only going to take him 1 or 2 days to get done. But he'll get a hotel for 2 or 3 days, and he said the pool will meet him there. He'll get out there, and he said there's a guy that owns a yacht company, and you know he's got his own yacht on the water. And he said, hey, I want to put one of those pools next to my dock where I put my yacht. And the guy goes, we can do it. And he goes, well, what about the water? And he goes, I promise you, these things the warranty on them are crazy. They are telling you this thing's not going to get messed up. He's like, well, how's that possible? Anyway, he gets his crew. They go out there. He showed me pictures in his phone. I need to tell him to send them to me. They're actually pretty cool. So you know what a deck is? Like a you know, where you put your boat, a dock. I mean, not a deck. Sorry, a dock.
Yeah.
So right there where you dock your boat, he made the dock like 4 or 5 times wider. Bro, nobody has a dock this wide. Usually it's like, you know, 4 feet wide, 3 feet wide. It's not real. I mean, maybe 5. Man, this thing's like 20 foot wide, bro. And it's like 30 feet long because he has a 24 by 15 pool inside. So it's in the water. It's in the water, bro. Like it's level with the dock and the water, and it moves and everything. And he's got I think he said chains or something hooked up to the bottom so it doesn't go too far. But the chains are like, they're not all metal. Like in between them, there's like, I don't know what he said. I don't know if they're like super hard kind of rubber, like in between, you know, every 4 or 5 chains. I don't know what he was talking about. But bro, like at the dock, there's a pool right there. I said, bro, why would you have a pool right there? You can just jump, you know, in the lake. And he goes, he don't want to jump in the lake. He wasn't jumping in the pool. I was like, yeah, that's what happens when you got yacht money, you know. You got Michael Jackson money, buy giraffes. You know what I mean? Anyway, the pool's ready. So
that's good. That's good. I already packed my bathing suit. So
all right. Yeah. So we'll knock that out. And then when the kids get here, because I'm telling you, I don't know if they're gonna come tomorrow, or I don't know what day, but they're coming. All the little 6 monsters, they're coming. Every one of them. They're gonna be here. Unless something happens and they don't come, but that would be weird if they didn't. I'd be like, okay, well, yeah, I don't have to come. So let me see. Anything for me, bro, before you go, Dre?
bro, we good to go. I think Bill already settled the room situation. We're 15 minutes from you, so that's not too bad. I got a rental. Big Neck got a rental. So yeah,
and we're looking to go to going to Pinky's
restaurant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to do it Thursday because we're going to have brisket, kielbasa. That's what we're doing Thursday. We'll be eating that Thursday. So Friday, I want to go there for lunch. So we got to leave early in the morning, probably about 9, probably leave around 9 or something, and get there around, 10:30, 11:30, something like that. And then we'll eat. We'll go live there, eat, brag about the food, and I'm gonna make sure to tell her I want some of that nanner pudding, and then we'll head back, and then we'll do our thing. And I got a tree that just broke in the front yard, bro. A big limb cracked. It just fell down. Boom. So I'm gonna have to put somebody on the task of tying a chain up to that and pulling it and hauling it off with the side by side.
But what about the empanadas? When are they coming?
Oh, I already got them. My mom made them today.
Oh, okay,
Oh, Bubba, they're right there in the kitchen waiting. Yep, I just ate one. I ain't lying. I'm not lying, bro. I'm dead serious.
I believe you.
I ain't lying.
I believe you.
I ain't lying. I went to go pick them up.
I just smashed one.
I sure did. Hey, I went to go pick them up. Mom said, "Hey, you wanted 20, right?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Well, I made you 22. These 2 are for you." I was like, "Oh, well, thank you, Mom." And my mom said, she's like, "I know you're going to want it. Those are probably for the guys. I made you 2 extra ones." I was like, "Oh, Mama, oh, you're so precious." And then I slapped her in the butt. Yeah, and I said, "Have a good one, Mom. I'm out. Peace." With the empanada.
Anyways, I'm about to jump off. I got to go move the boat before it gets dark out here. I got to go move.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, peace.
Yep. All right, let's see.
Try to make sure you super chlorinate
What do you mean?
when the kids get there. You hear me?
Super chlorinate? What do you mean?
So not outside of safe levels, but make sure your chlorine's around 5 to 10.
Why?
Because when you put bodies in a pool, all their junk is now in your pool.
Oh, you mean
All
like
their skin, all their stuff
sunscreen,
in your pool
sunscreen
will
and all
turn
that?
green.
You talking about sunscreen and all that?
Sunscreen, skin cells. We know that kids, might go potty in the pool.
Oh, go
I don't
wee
know
wee.
if they are.
Ah,
Like,
yeah.
Like,
Don't.
but-
Oh no.
but-
Hey,
but
don't
it
worry. No, I put a dye in there. If anybody goes wee wee, I'm be able to tell.
yeah, that is an urban legend.
No, I made the dye. I went to YouTube and somebody said how to make dye to see who pees in your pool. So it's not urban. I tested it. It works. It works.
But not only that, it literally just their skin cells is enough to turn your pool green.
Yeah. So okay, you're talking about like just body, everything, hair, cells, and all that.
Yes.
All right. So okay, no.
That's
Okay.
what
All
makes
right.
your pool
All
turn
right.
green.
All right. Let's start all over. Now, tell me what you're telling me. What are you trying to tell me?
So don't do the minimum chlorine level when you put your test strip in. Put it to like 5, which is high but not dangerous.
Okay. You're
We don't wanna
saying
be
okay. All right. You're
dangerous.
telling me to put it 5 before they get in there.
Right.
So you're saying,
Yes.
you're saying once they all get in there, it's not going to be, it's just a matter of time till that number starts going back down.
Yeah, it's their skin cells, everything that's happening in your pool is going to start eating the chlorine up. And when that happens, then that's when stuff starts turning green. Like I said, don't do it too high. Don't go crazy with it, but just a little bit higher. And then you're going to have to shock it after.
Why would I have, why would I have to shock it again? I just shocked the darn thing.
Dude, I shock my pool every day. I told you that.
Yeah. Hey, check it out. Okay. So you remember I got an above ground pool. Okay. So I have a
Yes.
I have a liner, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, you don't want chemicals touching your liner. So even Hulk told me, another guy told me, bro, get a bucket, put your, put water in there, and then put your shock in there and stir it around until it pretty much dissolves, and then pour it all in your deal. Bro, do you want to know the method I used to quote unquote pour the shock into the pool? It's genius.
To pour it into the pool?
Yeah, to put it in there. The method that I used to put it in. Yeah. Bro, you know what a sump pump is?
I do. I have one.
Bro, after it was all mixed up, I stuck my sump pump in there, and I got a hose that's like 20 feet long or whatever, and I just hold it and it shoots out, and I just hey, I want to say within 30 seconds, not if that, 15 seconds, I was done, dude. It was hilarious. My wife's like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, yeah.
And I said, "What better way?" I said, why would you carry this big old heavy bucket and be like, splash, man? I just went, hey, trust me, it went in there evenly. I just poured it all over I was like, this is genius. Now, Man, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go get that bucket and just put some water in it and then let my sup pump run regular water through this so that chlorine's not eating it up. You know, I don't want that, you know, because chlorine can eat plastic and stuff like that.
If it's super concentrated, like when you don't just throw the shock in. For me, I can throw the shock right in, but
yeah, but I did it that way. And you know, I don't know. It was so I basically I put the shock along with 4 gallons of water. So I mean that's pretty concentrated. But once you put it in the pool of, you know, almost 15,000 gallons, how many gallons is yours?
35. I think.
How many? 35 what?
1,000.
No, your pool's not 35,000 gallons, bro.
Hold on, let me check.
No, absolutely not. No. I just started this, and I know for a fact your sucker ain't no 30.
Sorry, it's 25,000.
25, bro. There's no way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry.
25,000 gallons.
All right. I apologize. Okay. How long is it again?
40.
Okay. How wide?
Or 42. 18.
So it's 42 by 18, and it's what's the depth of this thing?
9 foot deep end, 4 foot shallow end.
Oh yeah, that probably is about 20,000. Yeah.
Because we have a diving board. We have a little diving board.
Oh yeah, 9 feet. Yeah, 9 feet. Yeah.
One of them nice pools.
Well, I don't have it. When I say diving board, it's like one of the short ones, bro. It's not freaking, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what was I gonna say? Oh, I'll tell you what I do need to do. So I got a bunch of pallets, and I'm gonna have to use pallets to make stairs so everybody can get in the pool. Because the little stair ladder that comes with the pool, oh my gosh, that is horrible, bro. I mean, obviously you would use that to get out, you know what I mean, and that's not that bad because it's not a big deal. But I'm hoping to get that. I have something in mind, hoping to get that thing made. All right, let's move on from that. And I know there's.
Try it real quick.
All right, let's make it quick.
Pool, man.
Huh?
Every day I walk out there, I'm the frickin' Raisin Bran man with 2 scoops of that shock. I'm telling you, you're gonna get sick of it.
What do you mean?
With shock powder every day. You know the Raisin Bran, the Sun? How's that? 2 scoops?
Yeah, 2 scoops.
Always like 2 scoops.
I'm gonna be too stupid.
That's me, bro.
Yeah, so let me see. I think the shock that I'm using, 5 come in a box, and I think a box costs like $30 or $40 or something. So it's like probably 5. So basically, one of those 1 pound bags is probably $5 to $10, and you got to use 2 a day. So that's about $20 a day, and you have to use tablets, the 3-inch discs, right? And I bought, I think it's like 25 pounds for like $50, something like that. So I did the math. It's definitely anywhere between $25 to $50 a day, something like that. You know.
Yeah, bro. Like this maybe 2 gallon, maybe 3 gallon bucket of shock, $200. Yeah,
but you know, how much do you get out of it? You know what I mean? Like it's
a summer, maybe. Sometimes less.
Yeah, no, I know. So I've been doing the math. And it is kind of ridiculous. But this pump it's brand new. We're going to go ahead and do chlorine this summer. There's only a couple of months left, and we'll wear that pump out. And I've been told by a lot of people, do not trust that pump. You better hurry up and get you another one. And I'm starting to see why they're saying that. So. But like I said, and I'll say this last thing. So that guy sells fiberglass pools, and they're not that expensive, bro. He said for $50,000, he said you can get pretty much the same one we have, 32 by 16. And he said, but this one is going to go from like 3 feet to 6 feet. It don't have to be very deep, 6, 7 feet. Bubba, I'm 5. I'm not at 6. So 6 feet, that's all of me in there, you know. So, and he said for 50 grand, and we already got the hole in the ground already. And he said, oh yeah, you'll get a discount. You got a hole in the ground, they'll give you a discount. So, but basically they'll put it in the ground, fill it up, and then they'll put concrete, basically like a sidewalk 3 feet wide all the way around it. That's what they do for 50 grand. I was like, well, that don't sound too bad. And they set everything up. And he said, if you want a jacuzzi on there, they'll put a jacuzzi, which of course. But I was like, man, after about 2 or 3 years of this, I'm probably putting one of those bad boys in there. You know?
100%.
Yeah.
You can use the same pump. Just get a pump that's big enough to do that next thing.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. We're going to go ahead and wear this stuff out since we already paid for it. But I tell you what, everything else, when I say everything, I'm talking about the chlorine, the tools. Like we just bought one of those iRobot, you know, one of the iRobots for pools. Like it climbs the wall. All right, so we just bought one of those. Those things are expensive as heck.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so after everything, I'm not even kidding when I say this. Everything else was more expensive than the pool.
Yeah, bro.
I'm like,
that's so funny. Everyone always romanticizes having a pool, but the maintenance and the cost of the pool itself is not even worth it, brother. I'm sorry.
No, I know. I'm, you know, trust me. The Bible says to count the cost. I counted the cost before we did this, and I told her, you sure you want to? I mean, I was pulling her leg, though. I was like, you sure you want to do this? If we do this, you're not getting a new vehicle. She was like, what? What do you mean? She was like,
what do you mean?
She's like, they can't be that expensive. I said, babe, this stuff is expensive. Hey, I took her to a website where like everything is like 10 times more expensive than it's supposed to be. I was like, look at this chlorine. Look at this. I was like, look, it says right here, 50 pounds, da da da. And she's like, well, how much does it cost? I said, it's right there. She goes, where? Bro, this chlorine, I don't know where they get this stuff. I don't know if it's Egyptian chlorine. I don't know what this...
it's Egyptian cotton chlorine.
Yeah, I don't know what this is, but we're talking, it might have been 100 pound. I don't know, it was a big bucket. It was either 50 or 100 pounds, and it was $1,000, bro.
Oh. $1,000?
Yeah, it was
what?
890 something. I'm sorry, 900. My bad. It's like $890 something. In my head, that's $1,000, bro. I was like, what the heck? I was like, is there diamonds in there or what? Like they got
He's like, Solomon's wisdom's in there.
Something. Freaking palm tree roots. I don't know what's in there, bro. And like they had, you know, one of those, those big poles that you like get leaves out and stuff.
Yeah.
What are those things called? What I mean.
I just call it a pole scammer. It's just a net.
Oh, okay. It's just a net. All right. Well, whatever. Bro, on that website that we were looking at, bro, just the pole was $250. Just the pole. And like...
Is it rated for space travel?
I have no idea, bro. And the net was another $100 for the net. They don't come together. I was like, bro, this stuff is expensive. They had one of those robots that go in your pool for $3,500. It was almost $4,000 just for the robot.
Bro... That's just like one of them like websites that are like they have multimillionaire customers. It doesn't matter. That's the only person they talk to. So they just want to know that what they're buying is expensive.
Crazy, bro. Oh, it's crazy. Chlorine, like a 50 or 100 pound thing, was like $1,000, like $800 something dollars. Like, dude, that's Jesus loves you. Would you say my poles are $200? Yeah, well, this pole was like $250, $300 just the pole. Like it was crazy how much that pole was, and that skimmer thing was another 110 or 120. All right, let's move on, man.
He said 80 pounds of shock in Texas is only $289, and you're telling me a freaking $1,000 for 100 pounds.
Oh, everything on this website was ludicrous. They had for above ground pools, they had hello. For above ground pools, they have stairs, right? And there's this one that like it has doors, like so people don't get in there and jump in. And that sucker was $2,000, and it looks like it's made out of like a Barbie doll house. Like that's what it looks like. Like if it's all put together with like PVC pipe. And I was like, $2,000. It's like, yeah. So it's pretty crazy. All right. Let's move on. I think there's enough people that's come in here. Hi to everybody. If you were here for mini mentors, we are going to go through mini mentors number 2. We could make this a 3, possibly a 4, but I don't see the point of that. We're going to try to get it done at number 2 today, but if we have to go to 3, oh well, we'll go to 3. Okay, it's not like it's something that you only talk about once anyway. So, Christian, go ahead and read the Proverbs you just read. We'll just start all over.
Well, I'm going to read it in the Amplified.
No, read it in the King James first and then read it Amplified.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It is Proverbs 13:24, in which says, "He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betimes."
All right, Amplified.
"He who withholds the rod of discipline hates his son, but he who loves him disciplines and trains him diligently and appropriately with wisdom and love."
Right. It says they train their child with wisdom and love. This is not just saying train your child like with man's wisdom. It's talking about God's wisdom. And the love it's referring to is God. That's what it's referring to, guys. When the Bible is talking about wisdom and the word love, there are 2 of everything in the Bible. Jesus says you're either going to love one and despise the other, or you're going to love this one and despise the other one. But notice how he says you can love both. You can love both. He's referring to spirit, soul, and body. Your flesh already has a love for this world, and your soul has a love for the things of the spirit. Your soul does. At 100, that's the thing that called out to God and it became redeemed. So while the spirit is trying to tell the soul, hey, these are the things that pleases God, your flesh is telling it something else, because your flesh sees something else as pleasant or pleasing. So when he says that you're either going to love one, despise the other, or you're going to do this, he's 100% trying to show you that your flesh loves something, right? And he calls it mammon, because he's talking about money, which is riches of this world. That's what it is, riches of this world. Like Judas, it was the riches of this world that meant more to him. That's why he was always worried about the wrong thing. They busted open the alabaster box, rubbed oil on Jesus's feet, and he's thinking about money. Wouldn't you say, hey, bro, you're worried about the wrong thing? Wouldn't you say that to him?
Yes.
Yeah. And look at Mary and Martha. Martha is like, hey, man, I'm doing everything. If you just pay attention to what Jesus is saying, he's like, hey, you're worried about the wrong thing right now. You are worried about the wrong thing. I remember when I came to the epiphany of worrying about the wrong thing. I'm not going to go over what it was exactly. All that's irrelevant. But it was early on when I was diving deep in the Bible. It was early on. It was like the first year at some point. And, I'm not going to go through the story, but we'll just say something happened, okay? And the first thing that popped in my head was, golly, I wonder how much that's worth. That's what happened. And I didn't mean to say it. It was just natural, I guess. I don't know. And as soon as I said it, clear as day in my mind, okay? Now, it's not God, listen to me. No. It's the inner you, okay? The inner you giving you something else to think about, right? Just like you have a thought of your flesh, like, for instance, I don't know, you're running late to work, okay? Let's say you're one of those people, you're never late to work, ever. 5 years can go by, never late to work. But for whatever reasons, today's the day, And you can see that it's everybody around you actually hindering you from getting there. It's still your fault. You woke up a little later or whatever. But you can actually see it like, oh my God, I'm for sure gonna be late because this guy will not move out the way. Like you can just see that. And then right when you're having those thoughts of like, hey, idiot, move out the way. Notice what you said, right, in your head. Like, man, you idiot. Just like the thought of you idiot, move out the way, that thought came from your flesh. Satan didn't go, listen. Satan didn't say that. Your flesh is reacting. Your emotions are reacting to this person that's slowing you down. And by the way, the Satan sounding hiss, if there was any resemblance there's just a mere coincidence. Okay, so don't worry, guys. Everybody, calm down. But while your flesh is telling you to call this dude an idiot, there's another thought. At the same time, it'll come in, and you can reject it just as quick as it comes in. But at the same time, it'll say, no, man, don't worry about it. Let's just go to work. It's that quick. They're both there. Satan and God's not sitting on one shoulder, and they're both throwing stuff at you. You're it. You are the thing. You're it. Your flesh is right there, and your spirit is right there. And God is omnipresent, okay? So if you were to say, well, I want the entire God to be right here, bro, listen, when it says he's omnipresent, he's there. 100% he's there. But it's there to lead you away from what your flesh wants to do. But I'm saying that's how this thought came. It was that fast. And I remember saying to myself, golly, I wonder how much that cost. And just as soon as I said that, the thought was there. Like, man, you worried about the wrong thing. And I was like, oh, yeah. I sure am. I was. What the heck does it matter? Again, in the sense with Judas saying, hey, guys, we could have made a lot of money. Maybe Judas was tired of eating granola bars, He's like, I want some meat, for God's sake, murmuring like the people in the desert. And he's like, oh, all we do is eat rice and oatmeal. We could have made some money. He's all about him. You could just see it throughout the stories. You can see he's all about him. Very self-centered dude. But he wanted to get money for that alabaster box. He wanted to get money. And he's worried about the wrong thing. Martha was like, I need my sister to come help me, not realizing, it's like, bro, do you not know who's in your living room? Like, what are you talking about? So, worrying about the wrong thing. And again, just like yesterday, I talked for about 5 minutes. And if not careful, you're like, what does this got to do with kids? I'll just let it sink in. Let me just let it sink in. Does anybody know why I'm telling this long story? What does this have to do with kids? Worrying about the wrong thing. Anybody?
Worrying about being their friend rather than their mentor?
Well, you don't have to pinpoint friend, but yes, it's worrying about things that aren't important. What is important is your kid being discipled. So if it's outside of that, and you're worried about that, you worried about the wrong thing. You are 100% worried. Your focus is being taken away from what is true, and your flesh is winning again. You cannot let your focus come off what's important. Cilio, what's up? Okay, never mind. That was probably an accident. Right, so spare the rod, hate the child. Listen, you are supposed to discipline your kids, but you discipline them the way God disciplines you. And if you have a misunderstanding on how God disciplines, you're going to discipline your kid wrong. To this day, people believe that God will kill you for a punishment. I've met them. I've met these people. because they read verses in the Bible and it sounds like God's punishing you. And when they hear the word punishing, they're thinking death. So God redeemed you so he can kill you to teach you a lesson. So he redeems you so he can kill you to teach you a lesson. Some misunderstanding there. God, the Bible says God is love. And they go, well, that is love. God's doing it because of love. I know. But Jesus is now here. You understand? We're not in the Old Testament where we are under the demand of the law. We are not under the demand of the law. Do this or else. We are not under the demand. So when even people who try to put themselves under the law, when they'll say, oh, wait, what? You're thinking the law's done away with? No. I said we're not under the demand, silly. The demand. 90% of them don't even know what that means. And they run away from it. We are not under the demand, okay? God is not demanding you better do good or else. No, not when you're born again. God is smarter than we are. If he tells us you're thinking about the wrong thing, you don't think he takes his own counsel? You don't think he'd say, if we've been born again through his son, and you steal a piece of bubble gum from Walmart, and he's like, oh, well, I saw my son until you done that. No, he would be thinking about the wrong thing. The Bible tells us to keep our eyes on Christ. Why? Because God keeps his eyes on Christ. That's why. So if God is looking at Christ on the inside of you, that's all he's looking at, then that's why your eyes need to be focused on Christ. Right? So thinking about the wrong thing is very important. Spare the rod, hate the child. Sparing the rod is 100% when you get in depth, it's referring to Christ. If you are not discipling your kid, talking to them about Jesus, it's so dumb for your kid to come home and say, hey, I was at so-and-so's house. They were talking about this guy named Jesus. And you're like, well, yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, man, I had a friend, we'll say it this way. I had a friend that their mother, so the friend was with me and my friend's mother, they were both with me. Both of our families were hanging out. And my friend was told by one of my family members, because we were having a conversation about God, my friend was told Jesus was perfect. And this friend said, nuh-uh, nobody's perfect. And so it was natural. We all looked at the mom, and the mom's like, what? Yeah, you knew that. Listen, after watching that interaction, bro, my friend at this point were in their 20s. And the mother was, I think probably 50 maybe or something like that. But the mother got so embarrassed and mad at my friend because you knew that. And my friend goes, nuh-uh, you used to always tell me nobody's perfect. So when you make these statements, right? Oh, well, nobody's perfect. Think about it. If your kid keeps hearing you say nobody's perfect, and you don't say, well, except for Jesus. If you don't at least throw that in there, for God's sakes, don't you think that they're going to believe? Oh, well, yeah, that's true. Nobody's perfect, right? Nobody. The word nobody means nobody. And I remember thinking, now I never read the Bible at this point, but I at least knew that Jesus was perfect. Okay, now I had a head knowledge of it. Let me say that. I didn't have a grasp or a full understanding on that. Man. But again, there was a few people that sent me messages saying, hey, I heard a lot of don't do this, don't do that. Are you going to be talking about what we should do? Yeah, that's the whole point of part 1, part 2. Even though I talked about both, but we're definitely going to talk a little bit more on what you're supposed to be doing. And you're supposed to be proactive. Listen, you're proactive on discipling your kid. You don't wait for your kid to be a little turd, and then now all of a sudden you're like, what do I do? Well, it's too late now. What the heck you mean? What do you do now? So you just kind of was doing whatever, and now that your kid figured out, wait a minute, my parents a pushover. You know, I'm gonna do whatever I want. If you were being proactive, raising them, there would be a lot less of that. A lot less. Kids are 100%. They will follow routines. Kids will follow routines. You just got to put them in it. It's like cattle. You know, you put some cake in the bucket, them cattle are coming. It don't matter where you're at, they're coming. They're going to come find you and take that cake out of your hand. They're going to take it, okay? You don't got to be an expert. You know, it's funny when, even here in Texas, you'll say something about cattle. They're like, oh, well, I don't think you know anything about cattle. Bro, they go mew, 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 and they taste delicious. That's all I need to know. I don't got to be a freaking expert on cattle and horses. You don't got to be an expert, okay? Somebody does, but you don't have to be. I don't have to be an expert on pigs, chickens, all right? I know how to deal with them. When the bull's about to come get you, there's some very subtle signs. You don't got to be an expert, okay? Just use some common sense. And it's the same thing raising a kid. You don't got to be an expert, okay? But you do need to know the Bible. You need to know the Bible so you can be proactive. You need to be proactive on teaching your kid discipline. That doesn't mean when they do something wrong, discipline is taking away their toys and spanking them on their butt. That's not the only kind of discipline there is. You need to be proactive. You need to be able to, your kid needs to be able to know when it's quiet time. Let's see. Grim Lock. Let's see. Please don't compare children to livestock. They are not property. Don't take advantage of ignorance. So everybody in here is stupid but you. So you're the smartest one in the room right now. Well, there's only 35 people in here, Grimlock. I think if you're the smartest one here, you need to go find a bigger room, right? To where you're not so smart then, right? So everybody else is ignorant except for you. You're not the ignorant one here. I don't know. By looking at your comment, you're probably the only ignorant person in this room right here. Right. So if you don't understand why I'm talking about cattle and kids, then you're focused on the wrong thing. We just talked about that for about 15 minutes. Perfect example. Grimlock, thank you for coming in, proving my example that I need you to concentrate on the steak and not the potatoes. You're concentrating on the potatoes. We're not even talking about potatoes right now. We're talking about the steak. All right. We're talking about the steak. Losing focus. You're losing. Hey, losing focus. So you have to be proactive taking care of your kiddos. Proactive. That means you're not waiting for them to do something wrong and you're like, all right, that's it. I'm going to raise my voice. I'm going to raise my hand. I'm going to take away their video game or their tabby or whatever form of electronics they have. That's not being proactive. You need to be proactive. Your kids need to know when to be quiet. I say this all the time. You need to have quiet time. Quiet time means no electronics, no TV, nothing. Guys, when God made all of us, there was no TV, electronics. There was none of that. There's nothing wrong with the invention. But when that thing starts taking over your mind, meaning you're not even able to think for yourself, do you understand? Instead of you thinking for yourself, you're just like feeding your child. And again, I'm talking about the kid. The kid's not able to think for themselves because the tabby is thinking for them. Do you understand what I'm saying? The tabby is thinking for them. All they're doing is being entertained. Where are they at? Where is the kid at? They're just laughing and giggling. And so because parents They don't want their kid yelling. They don't want messes, spilled milk. They don't want hey, just go over there. I'm telling you right now, that's not the answer. And I can already hear people, you just wait till you have kids. You'll say, no, I know how to harness my emotions, and I'm going to be proactive. Be proactive. My kid is not going to be stuck on being entertained. That's not how it was in the beginning. That's not how it needs to be. There is nothing wrong with technology, but if you're not teaching your kids how to be quiet, like there's a such thing called quiet time, if you don't start teaching them, they're not going to be quiet at Walmart. They're not going to be quiet in church. Listen, again, habits. Okay, kids have what we call, what's the word? Can't think of the word, but you want to start allowing them to get used to a schedule, right? And it's through habits, and it's one at a time, right? You don't got to do several at a time. And when I say quiet time, because again, people are asking, well, how do we get them to do this? If you're asking, how do I get my kid to quit being a smart butt? How do I get them to be quiet? You were not proactive. You were not proactive. Guys, if you're hearing me say, don't do this, you should be able to tell what are you supposed to do then. So if I'm telling you not to raise your kids like this, listen to what I'm saying. I'm telling you what to do. Listen, don't wait until you want your kid to be quiet. Don't be quiet. Do what I tell you. Listen to what I'm telling you. You have to be proactive. That means you have to start teaching your kid there's a quiet time, but you don't have to use that word. I mean, you can say, all right, it's quiet time. What is that? What's quiet time? I already told you what quiet time was. No electronics, no TV, no electricity. Okay? If we have to have the light on, that's fine. Go read a book. Well, I don't want to. I don't care. Listen, it may not feel good the first time, but if you want to get your kid in a routine, you need to create the routine. You create it. You're the one that needs to be proactive. You're the one that has to disciple them. You do. So you tell them, right? Don't micromanage. You don't say, all right, it's quiet time. This is what we're doing. You don't have to do that. Okay. I don't care what you do, but you can't do these things. And you tell them what these things are. No electronics, no TVs, no tabbies, nothing. And if they're like, I'm mad, they're going to have to get over it. I don't care what they do. If you don't start doing that right now, before you know it, they're going to be 12, 13. And let me tell you something, especially if they have a mental challenge. A 13, 14-year-old that has a mental challenge, they'll start hitting you. I don't have to be an expert at mental challenge, okay? I'm telling you right now, they'll start hitting. I don't know if y'all ever seen, it was a big black guy, and I think he was in high school, and he beat the tar out of a teacher because she took away his something, Nintendo, like a game, or it's like, and if I'm wrong about what she took or maybe she broke something, I don't remember what it is, but it was something that he had and she took it from him or broke it or something. And she walked outside. Maybe she went to go get the principal. He followed her out there and beat the tar out of her, like beat her up, all because the parents were not teaching him quiet time. I'm telling you right now. This person doesn't even know what quiet time on. Now, if there's some mentally challenging issues there, then again, that still proves my point. But, but quiet time is important. And when kids are going to start learning when to utilize quiet time, church, school, dinner, they're going to learn and they're going to know how to be quiet because they do it every day for an hour. Quiet time is for both the kid and mommy and daddy. If you tell your kid, all right, quiet time, and they can hear your TV on, that's not a good example. That's not a good example. You need to find you something to do. And you got to be honest. Do not let your kid find out that you're lying about them quiet time and you just lowered your volume down and you're on your tabby. Come on, man. So, Carla would say she got knocked unconscious. Yeah. Somebody said, Roddy said autistic. Yeah, maybe again. But what I'm saying is even kids that are either autistic or have some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like mental or a learning disability, or they have some slight disability, you better find someone, and I'm not even kidding, you better find someone that knows how to deal with these kind of issues. Because if you're trying to reinvent the wheel, I'll figure it out. It may be mommy and daddy that get severely hurt one day. Because if a normal kid does not know how to harness their emotions, an autistic one definitely don't.
It's actually called developmentally disabled.
Do what?
It's actually called developmentally disabled.
Okay, well, whatever it's called. I think everybody understands what I'm saying. I don't got time to learn all the there's so many sicknesses and disabilities, and I don't got time to learn all of them. Y'all just bear with me, okay? I'm going to say mentally disabled, and y'all can fill in the blanks, okay? No disrespect, but there's too many for me to remember. All right, what I'm saying is being proactive on having a quiet hour every day. You want to have a routine, that should be part of your routine. If you are not making your little mini mentor, if you're not making them have quiet time, then they're going to make you have loud time. Your choice. You either have quiet time and you show them that you're in charge, or you ain't using none of this. And I'm telling you, I don't care if it takes a week. I don't care if it takes a month. They will get in a routine. They'll actually start enjoying quiet time because they're going to figure out what to do and you're going to help them. Well, I don't know what to do. I'm bored. I don't care. It's 12 o'clock. We just ate lunch and you ain't touching that tabby till it's 1. Starting now. Click. So if you want to complain for an hour, go right ahead. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't care if they're mad, kicking and screaming, and you're like, I want them to behave. You're focused on the wrong thing. You're focused on the wrong thing. Right now, it's about quiet time. That's what it's about. And you're like, well, they're not being quiet. No, you're missing the point. You're still not understanding. If they want to spend their entire hour screaming, mad, and they go, well, I'm not going to be quiet. La, 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 la. They're still missing the point. Quiet time doesn't mean no noise. It means no electronics. That's what it means. Okay? I didn't say we're playing the quiet game. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay? You can call it whatever you want. I don't care what you call it. Okay? No time. What? No, not no time. I don't care what you call it. I'm just calling it quiet time, meaning no noise from electronics. None. Okay? And if mom needs to have her phone on for emergencies, fine. But mother and daddy, that's not the time to be on your phone playing your game and then lie to your kid. It's an email. Listen, don't start acting like your kid during quiet time. Lord have mercy. Set the standard. Uphold the standard. Be an adult. If you're trying to make your kid understand what quiet time is, well, maybe you should have had some quiet time. So you're going to tell your kid quiet time and you're going to be over there playing. Well, she can't see me. I'm over here playing. Come on, man. Come on. Play a puzzle with the kid, okay? If they don't want to do a puzzle, do something else. But no electronics. None. I don't care if they want to play Uno. I don't care if they want to play Connect 4. I don't care. They need to be thinking on their own. When you have, and they're like, well, I can play Connect 4 or Uno on my screen. Nope. You're going to use those stupid cards right there. What's the difference? You're the parent. You don't got to explain yourself. And you tell them that. Say, I don't got to explain myself to you. Until 1 o'clock, you ain't touching nothing electronic. I don't care what you do. Can I do this? And you understand there's rules. So if they're like, well, can I do this? Ask yourself, does that go along with the rules? Well, yeah, there's no electronics. Oh, they can. Then you do it. Let's say you got a swimming pool. Can I go swimming? Yep. You sure can. Go ahead. Again, guys, this is phase 1. Phase 2 is when we talk about super quiet time. Now, super quiet time, there is no talking. There is nothing. Read a book, do this, and you're trying to gradually get them to understand that they can be quiet. They can. But you got to start somewhere, okay? Yeah, there you go, Roddy. Take a nap, for God's sakes. If you want to take a nap on your quiet time, go right ahead. Matter of fact, it'd be better for the kid anyway, better for you. Take a nap, drink some milk, okay? And quit trying to give your kids hottie toddies. Let me give them a hottie toddy or my gummies. Hey, give them extra gummies. Oh, it's ridiculous what y'all are doing these days. You're giving your kids gummies to make them fall asleep. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. That's crazy. What a sad way. It's like you might as well commit suicide. That's ridiculous. Well, I'm just tired of the world. Boom. Just tired of the world. I can't take them anymore. It's because you're not being proactive. That's why you can't take them anymore. You're not being proactive. You're just letting them do whatever they want, and they get louder and louder. They turn into more monsters by the hour. And you're over here like, I don't understand why they don't listen to me. Well, you're not telling them what to do. You wait for them to do something stupid or fail, and you're like, all right, now listen here. What? That ain't the time to tell them what to do. Be proactive. Tell them what to do before you have to, quote unquote, tell them what to do. You understand? Give them something to do in an orderly fashion before they make you mad. And then now at that point, you want them to listen. Get them to listen to you already. Say, hey, this is what we're doing. I don't want to do that. I don't care. I don't care if you want to do that. Okay, you tell your little mini mentor that they need to sit their butt down. Okay, you're the mentor, not them. You are. So spare the rod, hate the child points to a lot of things. You correcting them, saying, hey, no, don't do that. Stop saying that. All those little corrections, there's nothing wrong with those. But if you're not being proactive and teaching them about Christ, teaching them about Jesus, I'm telling you right now, it makes no sense to me. You say you love your kid, but you're not talking to them about Jesus. I'm going to call you a liar. I'm going to say you're a liar. You hate your kid. Yes, you do. You hate your kid. You should be, if you know that Jesus saved you from whatever you're claiming he saved you from, wouldn't it be better for your kid to have Jesus right now? Or do you want your kid crying out for him years down the road? Be honest. Be honest. You need to be proactive. So.
Well, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay. I got saved when I was pregnant with my last child, and I was in a very strong Bible-believing church, and it was just really wonderful, and I learned a lot. I mean, I just learned so much. And so when my children were born, I didn't know how to be a parent, so I went to parenting classes, and they gave me a lot of good things to do, and one of the things I learned was that to say that I love you too much to allow this behavior to continue and to discipline them. And then when they got old enough, I homeschooled them for 6 years. And we had our quiet time, and I would take the sermon of Sunday, and I would take each day of who, what, why, when, and how, and break down the sermon and as best as I could each time. And they all accepted Christ at a young age, and they loved going to church, and we were just a wonderful family. Well, I was an alcoholic and drug addict before I got saved. And then something triggered me, and I started drinking again. And I want to know, do you think that would have affected them, because now none of them are living for the Lord?
What would affected them exactly?
About me when I started drinking again.
Well, yeah, sin very possibly can cause others to sin, if that's what you're asking. Now, yeah. Is that what happened to your kids? I don't know. I don't know if that's what happened to your kids. But if you want to, based on the Bible, based on statistics, then yeah, because when you're saying, like, for instance, let's say you don't talk to your kids about God, okay? Let's say you don't talk to your kids about God at all. And let's just say that this person just don't believe in God. They could care less. They don't know. So the kids won't use God and say, well, you were a fake Christian. I don't want nothing to do with that. What else could a parent be doing that when a kid gets older, they're going to be like, oh, man, and just kind of like point at this thing? What could it be besides drugs and drinking? Anything? What could it be that would cause a kid to lose respect for their parents? What?
That I wasn't going back to, I had to quit going to church.
No, Nanny, you're using yourself. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about any kid, okay? What could a parent do that would cause a kid to lose respect for the parent? And I'm not talking about church. Don't even bring up church. I'm talking about, let's say, I'm talking about this family. They're atheists. They don't even talk about God. What could an atheist person do that would cause a kid to lose respect for their family? It don't got to be nothing crazy. Don't give me nothing crazy. Just something. Somebody help her out.
When a husband cheats on his wife.
Okay, well, I said nothing crazy.
Not following through.
Huh?
Not keeping with your word.
Like what?
Like say, I said I'm gonna do something for you and I don't do it.
I know, but like what? How about you tell them you're going to take them? How about you tell them you're going to take them to the water park? I'm not talking about something crazy, something big. Let's say it's 10 miles from the house. It's a water park, and the kids have been there before. They've been there. So it's not expensive. And you tell them, all right, guys, we're going to the water park on this day at this time. And there's no reason that you can't take them. You're lying, okay? There's no reason. It's not raining. I've even heard parents, oh, guys, it's thundering. You don't want to get struck by lightning. You don't do that to your kids. Don't do that to little bitty minds, okay? If you tell them that you're going to take them somewhere, listen, first of all, we all know that there are going to be some failures. But let's say 90% of the time you say if you're going to take them somewhere, you take them. Look, that's not bad. If it's in the 80s and 90s. But if you're lying 90% of the time, that is a very quick way for your kids to just lose respect for you. You understand? We're not talking about God. We're talking about how their little minds work. So if you're saying you're a Christian and Christians are good and you're not supposed to be bad and all this, but yet you're bad and you're not good, not only are they don't want nothing to do with your God, they're going to lose respect for you. Hold on a second.
It just hurts my heart because I just taught them so much, and then all that happened, and now I just wish that I could just make them see what I'm doing, but
all right. So again, I was asked multiple times. I heard you yesterday. You were talking about don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. I kept hearing that, but you're not really telling us what to do. If you pay attention to what I'm saying, I am telling you what to do. Again, people are wanting me to tell them what to do when your kid is acting up. Listen to what I'm telling you. If you are just waiting for your kid to mess up, you failed. You failed already. Be proactive. Be proactive. First of all, they're gonna make you or tempt you to be upset. It's so funny to me when people get surprised that their kid did something again, once again. It's like every time one of the puppies chews something in the house, I'm like, oh God, what is it y'all aren't getting? They're puppies. Trot. The thing that hurts him is his nose. But when it comes to him chewing, trust me, I was very proactive. I was very proactive on him chewing things, but he still did it. Roddy, what 10 yeses to 1 no? Maybe you're talking about telling your kids. I'm not really. Maybe I said something, or maybe you're talking to somebody else. My bad. But you have to be proactive. I don't want nobody sending me a message. Hey, I heard a lot of don't do this, but I didn't really hear you say what we should do. Listen. Oh, proactive. Yeah. Listen, I say it all the time. If you're like, well, let me tell you this scenario. Well, the other day we went to go do this, and the other day, and then this happened, and then the child was like, and I just couldn't bring them back. That's you choosing how you're gonna handle that. That's how you handle that. Not trying to get someone to show you the best way just to handle that scenario. I am telling you, if you want whatever that kind of scenario is, if you want that to stop, I am telling you a perfect tool that will eliminate half of the problems. It will, 100%. It will eliminate half of your problems. The other half is because they're kids. Okay? Your quiet time is not going to make them an adult. Okay? It's just going to eliminate some of the issues. So instead of keeping all of them, work on removing half. And how do you do that? Be proactive. Talk to them about Jesus. Okay? It makes no sense. Spare the rod, hate the child. If you are not discipling your kid, then that means that you have a mini mentor and they think you need to be discipled because you're stupid. I'm telling you, they have a human brain, guys. They have a human brain. And when a kid thinks that their parent is stupid, they'll lose respect for them. I'm telling you.
That's what happened.
Yeah, they'll lose respect, and it's hard to get that respect back. Now, listen. First of all, if there's love involved at all, like for instance, if the kid loves their mom and dad, listen, they don't lose respect, and then when they become adults, they never allow the respect to come back. No. The respect can come back, but in the time that they're in regarding their parents, they're going to push back. You got to understand, they're humans. So they are going to focus on protecting themselves. It's going to happen. They're going to be focused on that. And they don't care who's hurting them. People will push back away from you if they feel like you are causing some very weird discomfort. They're going to kick you. They're kicking you to the curb because their mental state at that moment is more important than feelings, okay? Or they don't know how to harness their emotions, and they're not just kicking you to the curb. They're going to go have a mental breakdown themselves. I've seen it go both ways. But yes. the point I'm making is, though, they want to protect their mental state. So they're going to push back on wherever this, Twilight Zone vibe, wherever this Twilight Zone vibe is coming from, you're going bye-bye. Now, and biblically, the Bible tells us that our thoughts, if we're having thoughts that are not of Christ, that we're supposed to cast down, right? We're supposed to cast down those imaginations, put them under the feet of Christ. That's even other people's thoughts. So if you got people around you that their imagination is like away from Christ, then also you need to, those thoughts need to be taken captive also and put under the foot of Christ, right? So,
how you do that most effectively, Trot, is another thing we should go over.
How do you do what exactly?
Cast the thoughts down and put them under the authority of Christ.
Okay, is it your own thoughts or the other person's thoughts?
Your own thoughts.
Okay, well, actually, let me just say this. It doesn't matter whose thoughts it is, okay? But if it's someone that you know, because we're talking about losing respect, you can easily lose respect for that person. And I'm not talking about someone just lying to you. They went fishing and the fish really weighed 3 pounds, but they told you it weighed 9. I'm not talking about that crap. That crap don't matter. Someone just being a little competitive, that's fine. I'm talking about stuff that's really going to hurt you, though. Okay, so if you're having thoughts of doubts about you yourself, like negative thoughts, and they're coming from a person that you trust. You understand? Notice how I'm putting that together. It's not you doing it, but let's say the person that you're trusting in are claiming that they're Christian and all this stuff. And the truth is, they live like the devil, and the kids are going to see it, and they're going to lose respect because you're saying that Christians are good and they're supposed to do all these things. They're not going to say, well, everything in your life, mom and dad's perfect, but every time you go fishing, you lie about how big the fish was. I promise you that's not the issue. It's not the issue. It's other things, like you keep saying we're going to go over here. We never go. You keep saying next Christmas, y'all are going to get exactly what you want. Listen, don't make promises you can't keep. What are you making promises like that? You know why? Because you're trying to make them feel better. That's why. That's why you do that. When you're just trying to make a kid feel better, which means you're actually teaching them that feelings matter. Feelings don't matter. Feelings lie to you. You don't allow a kid to believe feelings are more important than anything else. And I'm telling you, that's exactly what you're doing when you just want to see the kid smile. Are you still that blind that you think that when a kid smiles, oh, see, they're happy? Yeah, you're feeding the wrong monster. You're discipling the flesh. Is that what you're supposed to do? Are you supposed to disciple your kid's flesh? Are you supposed to make your kid's flesh believe that it's in charge?
No.
No. Your kid's flesh is not in charge. As quick as you can, you need to start telling them that Jesus lives. I don't know what that is. Not sure what that's about. Well, obviously this is going to keep going on, so I'm glad that YouTube's still on. I'm not sure what happened on guys, if y'all can let everybody know, just come to the YouTube. I'm not sure what happened right now. It just shut off, so we'll find out what it is later. So let somebody go let Nanny know. Anyone that you saw that was in the live, go let them know just to come to the YouTube channel. Yeah, YouTube is good, guys. I'm talking about TikTok. I'm not sure what that's about. So you never know. There might have been, remember, guys, it's not hard. I could have said a word and the AI could have picked it up and thought that you were saying something, and maybe it's because of a certain word. So, let me see what I can do right here. Let me go back. It doesn't matter because it's still on. We're still on YouTube, so we'll just continue. I know that people can't really say anything, and that's fine. My bad. Let me see if I can. Oh, Big Net, appreciate that. Yeah, guys, I'm just going to say it again. If you know that somebody was in the live, send the live to them and let them know that we are Yeah, everybody's hitting me, sending me a message. You know what's funny is that's how you know that whatever it is that you said, that's how you know that something's wrong with the TikTok AI because YouTube didn't have a problem with it. You understand? What the heck is going on here? You can all right, let me get out. I don't know what that's about. All right. Yeah, all right. So where we're at is, matter of fact, I'll tell you what I am gonna do. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Let me go back. Make that real simple. Guys, I'm going live on the Trot account, okay? Just so you know. Oh, come on. What is that? All right, I'm going live on the Trot account, guys. It's all good. All right, so we are. Let's get to another verse. Matter of fact, guys, while you're in there, give some like a thumb up or a heart or whatever you do on there. So we're still going over mini mentors, and you should not have a mini mentor. You should not. You are the mentor. You are the disciple that needs to disciple them. And I don't know if some of you seen the picture that I put up for mini mentors, but if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's actually pretty funny. Kathy Peacock. What's up, Kathy Peacock? There goes the numbers. Yeah, that's all good. It's all good, man. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's go to nobody. I need a mod to come in TikTok, guys. At least one of you, please. Not everybody. No, let them get used to YouTube. I know, but I need one over here so we can still play the whole reading thing. So I need someone to read Proverbs 29:17. I'm not sure if we've already read that or not. But I just need one person to come. Are you going to come read? You got to come read. If you're going to come over here, you got to read. I need you to read. Are you going to come up and read, Brenda? All right, never mind. Christian's going to read then. What's our guess?
Proverbs 29 what?
Do what?
Proverbs 29 what?
29 meow. Do
I get a liter of cola for a cop.
yeah, for a cop. Proverbs 29:17.
Which says, correct thy son, and he shall give thee rest. Yea, he shall give delight unto thy soul.
Yeah, read it again one more time.
Correct thy son, and he shall give thee rest.
All right, right
Yea,
there.
he
Right
shall-
there, right there. All right, correct thy son, and he shall give thee rest. Now, how could your son give you rest because you corrected him? Guys, how could your son give you rest because you corrected him?
Because if you correct him one time, he won't do it in the future, and therefore it equals comfort.
Yeah. I mean, on black letters on a white page, right? If you're correcting your child, they're going to learn, oh, I can't do that. I'm not supposed to do that. And they'll start eliminating some of the issues, right? So you don't. Oh, Nanny. Oh, okay, Nanny. Yeah, my bad. I keep forgetting that that's you on YouTube. But yeah, so if you look at the black letters on a white page, we all know this simple. If you correct your kid over and over on different things, right? What's going to end up happening is you're going to find more rest because they're going to learn some of them. But they're still a child, okay? They will find ways where you need to correct them again. They will find it. I don't care if you got them to stop doing 10,000 things, they found another 10,000 that they're going to do it because you haven't told them not to yet. Okay? But the other things they will stop doing. Okay, now, that's black letters on a white page. Now, if we look at this a little bit deeper, correct a child and he will give you rest. If you give Jesus to your kid will give you Jesus back. Rest. Jesus is our rest. Do you understand? And God is love. If you give love to your kid, the kid will give you love back. So they go, yeah, but this is talking about correction. Jesus is the correction, bro. If you teach your kid how to love, don't you think at some point they're going to start correcting themselves? Isn't that how the Spirit works? Or no, that's not how the Spirit works. That's how the Spirit works. So we are going to have to do a number 3, guys, because it's been an hour. It's been an hour and 30 minutes, and I know about 25 of that for sure was some shenanigans. And remember, guys, a Grip Mastery family is an hour long. Okay, don't forget it. I know it feels like, oh, we're just getting in it. Maybe so, but it's only an hour long. So the verse that Christian just read, Proverbs 29:17. Christian, read the second, or read the first part again, and then read a little further of that.
Correct thy son, and he shall give thee rest. Yea, he shall give delight unto thy soul.
Yeah, he will give you delight to your soul. Jesus is the only thing in the Bible that delights the Lord or is pleasing to God, which those words, pleasing and delight, is what Eden means. Pleasing, delightful. So he will give delight to your soul. Jesus is the thing that comforts our soul, gives delight to our soul, that is pleasing to our soul. This 100% is telling you that if you teach your kid to love, he will give you love back. That is the rest. Black letters on the white page. If you correct your kid, right? No, don't do that. That kind of rest in this physical world will come too, because they'll stop doing those things. Lowly S in YouTube. What about your Trot account? Does anybody know who Lowly S is? Lowly S, are you a TikTok person that I know? Or when I say I was going to my Trot, are you back, Trot? Jesus love. Hey, what's up, bro? I ain't seen you in a minute. Tony, man, where you been, bro? What do you mean in my back? What are you talking about? Tony, what do you mean in my back? I ain't seen you in forever, dude. Where you been? Uh-oh. The dog's got something over her. Long time no see. Yeah, it has. Hey, get out of here.
This was on the ground.
What is that?
Your watch.
Is it all chewed up?
Nope.
Okay. Yes, it is. They chewed the crap out of it. See? See that? Now, guess what? As soon as I get off here, I'm going to go give some correction. I'm about to go share some love. I'm just kidding. Screw my joke. I thought it was funny. All right.
When Tron gets off here, he's not going to spare the rod.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Anybody know who that is? Lowly S. And I'm talking to people in YouTube. Y'all see that comment? Lowly S said, "What about your trot account?" Lowly S. I'm talking about TikTok. I am live on my TikTok account, and the name of that account is Trot, Trot. Can't have nice things. Oh yeah, you can't. If it ain't a kid, it's a puppy or a cat. You know, and the good thing is they didn't ruin it. But I can tell they chewed the end right here. Like I can see little teeth marks. The good thing is this band is already almost like I'm getting ready to change it out. It's like maybe 2 years old. Like it's already kind of like messed up a little bit already. Yeah, so we're going to end it, guys, on Proverbs 29:17. Matter of fact, I'm going to make a note here. We're going to pick up. I'm going to put it right here. Let's see. All right, so if anybody does remember, if not, I made a note. We're going to start back whenever we do Mini Mentors number 3. Today was number 2, Proverbs 29:17. We're going to start there. And I'm not sure if Mini Mentors number 3 is going to be tomorrow or not. More than likely, we'll probably do one when the guys are here. Hopefully more than one, but we'll definitely do one. If not, we'll pick up on it that following week. Let's see. Stillness. That's a horrible name. Why do you call yourself Stillness? I believe in God alone, not in Jesus, my boy. Okay, my guy. Why are you telling us? I don't think anybody here cares what you believe. What do you... What's... Are you entitled? Y'all are going to know what we believe. Why do we care? We don't care. You can believe in jelly beans for all I care. Okay, I don't know why. It's like, I'm going to go in there and they will know what I believe. Why do you, what makes you think anybody cares what you believe? That's so weird. Are you doing lives tomorrow, Friday? Yeah, Rhonda, remember, I don't know if you know, but the guys are coming down tomorrow. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, not sure for Sunday, but all this weekend, Descaled will be live, like quite a bit, okay? He said, okay, still just say because I'm a rebel. That's a part you couldn't have gave a better answer. He's like, I do what I want to do. That's why I come in here. Love, that's awesome. Yeah, that was a good answer. It's like nobody cares here. I'm a rebel, and I do what I want. Now I'm going to another live. I'm going to go to Atheist Live and tell them that atheists are dumb. That's funny. Let's see. Everyone make sure your notifications are on for this account. Oh yeah, guys, if you have not followed the Trot account, make sure you do, because more than likely we will not be going live on the Descaled account. Okay? Make sure you tell everybody that as much as you can, and we'll share out the Trot account whenever we go live, and we're just going to have to use this account. But it's all good. No big deal. There's probably going to be a lot of people like, man, whatever happened to that? He's not going live. The good thing is the guys are, hey, we're usually not live Saturday and Sunday anyway. So going live on the Trot account on the weekends really shouldn't hurt anything, because Descaled usually don't go live on the weekends. So all good.
God bless you, brother. I was gonna say it was because Sister Nanny she used the DRUGs, you know.
The what? She used what? Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean,
DRUG, and you repeat it, you know.
Yeah. No, again, but we already know how this app is. Like, I mean, at some point, somebody's gonna say something, okay? And it's there's nothing you can do about it, man. It's all right. And I'll tell you what, I want to say all last year, we never got kicked off. Like, it's been over a year, so they're doing something better because we used to get tick toxic. Yeah, you're not lying. If you're not careful, it is pretty toxic. But it's been over a year. Nanny's like, I'm sorry. Oh no, everybody's here has been a reason that Descaled got kicked. Everybody's had their play in at least one. So I want to say we've got kicked. Half of them have been because of me, because there's an R word that you can't say on here, and I would say it. Hey, I would get the account back and within a few days do it again. Dre be like, bro, why did you? I'm like, I don't know. And then click. It's like, I don't know. It just slipped. I don't know what to tell you. It was kind of like, I was upset. Okay, got to go listen to some Ozzy. Now, thanks for Jesus talk. Ah, man, Stillness, you're good, bro. I know you just coming here with shenanigans. All good. You're welcome. Come back. We'll talk about Jesus some more. No big deal. At least you believe in God. You're not a fool. You go more on YouTube tonight than you do during the day. You got more on YouTube tonight than you do during the day? Nah, during the day we have 50 a lot of the times. Right now there's only 10 on YouTube. Wireman, what are you talking about? Are you talking about comments or people? Yeah, you're not talking about people. During the day, we get easy 50. It pleases the Lord to listen to Crazy Train. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do follow you on TikTok, but I suggested that before you said you were going to try to count. I don't know. I'm not really sure what you mean by that, Lowly S, honestly. Anyhow, guys, we're done. We're hopping off. I'm not sure exactly when we're going live tomorrow, Thursday. I don't know the exact time on that. But remember, Central Time around 12, Friday. Just remember this. Central Time, United States of America, Central Time around 12. Somewhere around that time. It could be 11. It could be 1. We're going to be going live at if you know Pink, okay, Pink's been a friend of Descaled for a few years already. We don't agree on nothing, but we're both from Texas, so we agree on some things. But she's got a restaurant, and all of us are going to go over there and eat. We're going to go live at her restaurant, and I'm going to try to eat as much food as I can while I'm there, and I'm going to tell her she better have some of that banana pudding when I get there because it looked delicious. Let's see. Pippery P. Trot. Jesus Christ is everywhere in the Old Testament. Yes, 100%. He is everywhere. Does she have any strudel? It's more of a like Texas traditional classic like burger place. So it's more like that. Yeah, so we'll be tearing it up over there. But yes, Pippery P, yes, he is everywhere. Burger place, can I get some possum? Probably. Possum's good eating. Possum, squirrel, put some rattlesnake in there. Delish. All right, guys. Hey, we're out. We will see y'all tomorrow. I don't know the time. Make sure your notifications are on because we are definitely going live from the Trot account. I got all right. Does she make pumpkin empanadas? Nope, but my mom did, and they're already here in the house. I told Dre, as soon as you take a bite of one of them, that laughter is going to turn into respect. You hear me? 100%. All right, anyway, guys, God bless. We'll see y'all tomorrow.